Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, you're welcome. If you're already a subscriber, thanks so much for always coming back. Alright guys, I'm not gonna waste time. You guys know I already filmed the part 1 of this video where we're talking about sex on a first date, if it was right or wrong, and I wanted to read everybody's opinion because I enjoyed reading everybody, and I honestly think that everybody was making sense. So without further ado, let me just continue this video. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please do take a minute to click on the subscribe button, and do not forget to click on the notification bell so whenever I post a video you get notified.
Oh, na, 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 na,
what else?
it's T-Spicy.
Okay, so this person said sex on a first date is a no-no, especially because you shouldn't just sleep with anyone and anything. Get to know them a bit more. Also, I prefer guys who are taller than me. Alright. So this person said sex on a first date is a complete no-no for me. We won't even be alone on a first date, lol. For height, you have got to be taller than me in heels. Okay, so this person also likes tall guys. So this person is like, sex on a first date. Again, boils down to knowing who you are chatting to. The vibe will always tell, Charlie. I have done it once and I'm still in that relationship. Whether you do it on the first and 8th date, if the relationship will work, it will work. And this person is like, so long as the guy is taller than me, I'm good. Kapope die enye. So this person also doesn't like kapope. So anyways, let's continue. So there's a guy and he's like, I think it's totally wrong. That is not to say the longer you take in having sex with a potential partner whatsoever put any value of you as a woman. However, I think you should get to know someone to a certain extent to be fully engaged in sexual intercourse. And this person is like, honestly, for me, for the guys, I asked them if they like slim girls or thick girls, and he's like, honestly, for me, I don't mind whether you are slim or thick. You just got to stimulate me mentally, but I won't mind some thickness, kakra. So he's a typical boy. He likes a smart woman, somebody that he can like reason with, but at the same time he likes them thick. Okay, tall guys all the way. Believe sex on a first date is not advisable. Feels like you are just in for fun and not for anything real. Okay, so this person said, for my personal orientation, intercourse is a vibe. It works with energy. When you both find yourself in that space and y'all click, you get done without even knowing. Doesn't really matter how long y'all know each other. The aftermath is always the determinant, whether or not it was a mistake. So this person says he likes average girls, not extremely slim, not super thick. So he's just trying to say that he likes slim, thick girls, This person is like, sex on a first date may be a rush. Second date is okay. So this person is basically telling us that, a first date is supposed to be like that day that you guys get to vibe, get to chat, get to know each other and all of that. So why don't you just take your time on a first date and and then on the second date you guys can just smash it all away. So this person is like, with heavy backside, slim with heavy back. So this person said, sex on a first date is not a bad idea depending on the kind of feeling you have for the person. And she also likes tall guys. Cheers to the tall guys. Sex on a first date, I think it's really a matter of preference and feelings, I guess. LOL. I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. It's a matter of preference. I don't think it has an effect on whether you guys get into a relationship or not. Tall or short guys, the guy doesn't necessarily have to be so tall, but he must be taller than me. Oh. Oh, sometimes if they have been talking for a very long time over the phone or video call, they might feel like they know each other for long. Or sometimes the edge is just too much, love. Okay, and this person is like, thick or slim, he likes any. So he's good to go with any, thick or slim. Just be a pretty girl with your assets popping proper. So this person is just trying to say that you don't even have to be like, I mean, just be a pretty girl with a heavy backside and a pretty face, and I mean, he's just gonna smash on a first date. Okay, like that's not even an option. If you're fine, he's definitely smashing on the first date. So I mean, you guys, without wasting time, let's just get into the voice notes, because honestly, like that's the most interesting part.
Sex on a first date is kind of, I'll say it's a decision between two adults. You see, like you meet on the first date, you guys vibe, like each other. Anything can happen. The fact that it's on the first date doesn't mean you are cheap or something. Sometimes though, but it depends. You can't just meet someone in town and just have sex with a person on a first date. That's when you're cheap. But maybe you speak with this person, you guys you haven't really gone out. Yeah, so on the first date, then you guys think you vibe, you have sex. That's cool. But to kids, guys that have that kind of a child's mentality, they feel if you have sex with a girl on a first date, maybe the girl is cheap or something. Even if you are to nurture the girl for like 1 year and you have sex with her, it's a sex. Sex on a first date is sex. Sex after 3 years, 2 years is sex. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And talking about tall or short guys, hey, tall guys are the ish. Tall, like tall, not really short. You should be taller than me. Like me. You should be taller than me. So you might not be really tall, but you're taller than me. You are good. I have to be looking at you like I'm looking at the heavens, not looking down like I'm looking at Satan.
Okay. Yes, we Bob. Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus.
What I was trying to say was, for me, I feel like sex on the first date is definitely, I mean, unless you're very principled and you're like, oh, so holy, whatever, then maybe your whole entire life, you probably will be able to stay away from doing something like that. But I feel like it's something that is normal. It can happen. Do you get it? So just as women or as girls, we just don't have to like make it something we're doing all the time where we go on a first date and then we're just like putting it all like out there. You get it? Like there are other things, there's several other things you can do aside like busting it open on first date. You get it?
Yeah.
But then there's always like that someone.
That one person that you're ready to break all the rules for.
Sometimes there are people you'd meet and then you have a really long period of time talking to each other, checking up on each other like from morning through to evening, you know, that kind of thing, for a really long time before you guys actually decide to, you know, go on a first date. So in a situation like that, I feel like something like that is possible to happen. So yeah, but then just, you know, don't make it something you're doing all the time. And aside that, you said tall guys or short guys. Well, honestly, for me, if you're too tall, no. If you're shorter than me, no. And if you're my same height, no. You just have to be like, just slightly, like, just a little bit taller than me. You get to, so at least like I should be able to raise my head, but then not like bend my neck to look at you. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Sometimes it's actually awkward because you just met the person and you know things are happening and sex is happening, but sometimes too it's not you. I mean, the connection between the two of you is very strong that you guys can control yourself. You guys just have to just
Bust it open.
let it go down. Whatever happens, it happens. You get it. For me, if I'm going to choose between a thick lady and a slim lady, I think I'll go for a slim lady. Sex on the first date. So naturally, I like slim girls. So yeah. So sex on the first date. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. It's nothing bad. some people might have may have bad perception that okay, the girl is cheap and all that, or the boy is a fuck boy, but you don't know the connection between the two of them, so you can't tell. So I think it's the connection. So if the connection is there, it's good. But sometimes too, some people tend to take advantage of the girls. Sometimes you guys can go out and the guy knows that he wants to do something with the girl, so he would deliberately make sure that the girl get drunk so that he can have his way. But then if the connection is there, that you two understand each other, that okay, yeah, we just met, but I like you, you like me too. So I mean, anything can go down. It's cool.
Okay.
Believes that it's right to have an intercourse with a person because that's the time you're getting to know the person. That's the time, just to know. When people talk, sometimes you're able to get something from them and then get to know the kind of people you're associating with. So if for the first time now you meet a person and you're just gonna jump in bed with a person, what even shows that you don't do this with every person you meet? Because then I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have been your first person you've gone on a date with. You must have gone on a date with several guys. So if you've gone on a date with several guys, doesn't mean on your first date you just jump into bed with them. You feel me? Like, I just don't think it's the right thing to do. It's a no for me. Manipa who said, oh yeah, this girl is like more like decent and all that. And if you see said there's ways of mobile dating and it's gonna go into the future and all that now, then maybe you can, enjoy each other. But until then, I don't think it's just right. What if after the first day it doesn't work out? It doesn't work out like the way you expected it to. And I said, what if the first date, there's so many what ifs that I will just not take the risk. I will just not do that with a person I just met. I will just not do it. It's just not right. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't do it. People will, because Kofo like to take chances and all that because they just met the person based off attraction and all that. So person or Nipano will do something because they just met the person and the vibe is there and all that. But I still don't believe in that. It's a no for me. What if it's not even what if it's not even the person you expected? I mean, on the phone you've met, but what if it's just not that person? Sometimes you just get to sit with a person, then you get to know that. So really, is that it? Is this
I know,
it?
right?
It's just a no-go area for me. I'm sorry.
First of all, I like to say that having sex during dating is entirely wrong. Whether it's on the first date or second date or whatever, it's like once you're not married, you do not have sex, and that's it. And I think people really need to understand this. But I think we are humans. I mean, and people always enter in relationships and they get too much involved into a relationship and it overs them. I mean, yeah, and they do that. But I think dating, having sex during dating is entirely wrong. If you're not married, you do not have sex, and dating is not an avenue. It's not an avenue for you to have sex with your partner. It's the time where you have to assess your partner and see whether he or she is suitable for marriage. Then after the marriage, you can have as many sex as you can. But before that, I think it's entirely inappropriate. Yeah. But with the second question with regards to whether I'm attracted to slim girls or thick girls, well, I don't think for me personally, that's my preference. Like, I don't really look at the way that whether the person's thick or slim. I think what I'm really attracted to is um, whether the person has a nice smile, like a beautiful smile, or and if the person has that engaging mind, a mind I can really engage with, someone I can really think with and generate stuff with, like someone who has the mind, the head, you understand? Yeah, so this is my take.
Okay.
Honestly, it's a mixed feeling. No, for what I believe, no, I won't go for sex on the first day. But it's true, guys nowadays very patient. They can mess up your life. So if it's just a matter of being like, I'll wait some time, know the person. Anyway, I think it's the natural thing for a woman to take her time. Maybe know the person before deciding whether or not you want to have sex with the person. But it's a personal thing. And yeah, also because of society, a lot of people will be like, yeah, no sex on the first date, because if somebody learn it, or if your friends or your family, they hear it, oh my god, you're such a hoe, you have low moral standards, blah 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 shit. So yes, I think a lot of people will actually go for it, but
They're hiding
because
it.
of society pressure, they can't really express themselves. But personally, no, I'm not really for it, because it takes time to get accommodated with somebody, to get free to somebody like that. So nah. And of course, you don't have to be really like to make so much effort to be taller than me. Like honestly, tall guys.
Tall guys are still winning. Amazing. Okay, so this is my last one, and this person said, I personally think sex is for two adults who have agreed to share their bodies to achieve pleasure through lovemaking. There are reasons why people go on a date. If love is the reason and both get carried away, sex can come in as a result, and it's not bad. There are people who didn't have sex on a first date and their relationship didn't even work out. Sex on a first date doesn't prove that there will be a healthy relationship afterwards. But as women, it's just acceptable and self-respecting that we wait a little after first date to graduate into sexual intercourse. And she definitely likes tall guys. Alright guys, so we've come to the end of today's video. But before we go, I'm not gonna leave without sharing my own point of view. So I personally think that it's preference, okay? Some people have had sex on a first date and it worked for them. Some people also had sex on a first date and it didn't work for them. I always say this thing where I feel like sex is I take sex very seriously. I don't know about you guys, but I do. I think sex is really deep. It's two people coming together, two souls coming together. So I'm not the type who will typically go on a first date and have sex. I'm not that spontaneous actually. I am the type who will like to get to know someone before I get intimate with them. I like to know who the person is, like how the person reasons. I would like to meet the person for the first time, to study him, and I really would like to get to know the person before I jump into sex with the person. I'm not the type that will have sex with someone on the first date. And guys and girls, guys have a different interpretation for sex, and girls do have a whole different interpretation for sex. Just know who you're having sex with and know the person that you're having sex with. Don't have sex with somebody and at the end of the day go like, oh, he used me, blah 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 blah. Just know who you're having sex with. But for me personally, I'm not the type of person who's gonna have sex on a first date. I would never do that. Alright guys, so thank you so much for contributing to this video. I had so much fun filming this, and the part 1 is already out and you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoyed the part 2, and I'll see you in my next video. If you guys have any suggestions for me, if you like this video, please comment down below and let me know. If you have any ideas for me, I'm down. So thank you guys so much, and do have a lovely evening. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.